Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Julo kamanga maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja manda maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simbene da. Ale fonsaje. Useni masata. Ale alale amansa andi ale fonsaje mbaro da bodima ale fonsaje mbaro da bodima ale fonsaje enu mukunda da bodima ale fonsaje alale bate jola ale fonsaje masole bate jola ale fonsaje aye gambia bondi bata kono ale fonsaje maje molu bele sewota ale Arabe ninkeraye ale fonsaje maso be ninkeraye ale fonsaje usen bodanyani dobo ale fonsaje de ale fonsaje ale fonsaje ale fonsaje muna dabo sanka baluo ale fonsaje mbe useni dabo julalema julo kamanga maje ale fonsaje ni aja manda maje ale fonsaje suluo simbene da ale fonsaje useni masata ale fonsaje alale amansa andi ale fonsaje mbaro da bodima ale fonsaje mbaro da bodima ale fonsaje enu mukunda da bodima alale bate jola ale fonsaje masole bate jola ale fonsaje aye gambia bondi bata kono ale fonsaje maje molu bele sewota ale fonsaje arabe ninkeraye ale fonsaje masobe ninkeraye ale fonsaje usen bodanyani dobo ale dobo gae usen nata kombo tumami ale fonsaje londo nata kulli ale fonsaje okaelo adabo ale fonsaje ayado kuoge gambia ale fonsaje gambia kai mandela ale fonsaje mai munaninte bota mailitu munaninte bota mailitu ale fonsaje itebe denkili jumale lala ale fonsaje ni useni fata dami ale fonsaje nte juguna nyanta fala.
Yo, assalamu alaikum bari wolo kal kontong yiri kon line banta bi arjuma lumba November karotel tani wolo 17th of November 2023. It's 19:40 p.m. right now across the UK, 8:40 p.m. in France, in Germany, in Netherlands, and the rest of Europe. I'll continue back it. Current affairs show meldun tanam balbe bismillah kal kondom back fanam alkala wati kumal mental ke lamo alkanton lamoy melka video share melka lamoy through WhatsApp audio ala baraka back mbal bismillah platform mode be denta men noro camera be konton mamudu camera bala musa jalamanka keita be konton kadi njanyu min ko mi on konton ben cousin konton ben Norway sena ko njay be benta konton na dalin mi Wisconsin banta ba fans ol be mbal konton al dunia dawra me nyima bala keita fanon konton na Manchester ani bala keita be Gambia wal konton na bage. Welcome to Current Affairs Show. kalbe bismillah kal tentu baki programu datinin duala wo dua me alon ko nga programu datina tella akumayata bake pour nga duani ni Mario bulu ka me koku kela doron fonga following duala nga Mario nga bulu la na fay ko ala man don ni programu kono bismillahir rahmanir rahim nga fonta kono alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bina di amol dan kela jang Gambia banko se nafa soto je tol be se nafa soto je me kon na ko maja wara mane redin ala mama so to like kayro ken tol clean na dimbal ay so jata ken ala pa jata ken ta ko ma ta bakale harama dingo ni ma jata ken ta soto ko le bu safi ni dunia ko hanay mun naful le be bulu jata ken is priceless asababo ko wona Mario la ya continue ka dani ana jata ken dal tumbulo mel ma soto sa soto sabanti frol fana nga duwe be damente je kari la alama jam volan tolla ito tanin total jam fata no bari bay balo la mateti so wala na wajibi asal nga do sabanti frol la mani man ka fakala na banko men fana mo gambe nga kairo ko do mo kairo sabati la je ani dunia famo wala at large fitno be banko men kan do alama ji suma bonni fitno danna saje kairo se muru je banko fana me ala ko multa la kuola alama lay tonya sabati nije parce tonya na de ku men to rek ciow bu kasiya alama ale nyaaton ko me alon ko ay mon la banko be dundi ñokono ay banko be jahasendi ay politiko fana warandi na banko kam alama ala ya bondi ñaato as soon as possible ASAP babol kawle for ASAP as soon as possible asembo batalale president wala me alon ko ay banko be dundi ñokono sifatam fan sola ay politiko wajami di Gambia kule baka ke man politiko dundi noji ay suñaro warandi banko kam tapale yani ngenko ay wala warandi ji anda temu famu jamfan tungoleti ni ato fore ki ka fole Adama Barrow jamfan tungo so wajibi atal nga duwa e boje as soon as possible mbokk yi mag la naa bismillah yu defal nañ bandaba tey ajuma fukki fan ak juróom ñaar si weeri november kadi njaay ni kay ko 17 fa sura kan wala tede fa no ñoom ko fa sura ka moy fukki fan ak juróom ñaar si weeri november ñuy naa leen sarga naa leen welcome laa leen bismillah laa leen si yu defal nañ bandaba programme boo xam ne ñu ñoo ko bokka comme si commencement bi moom ak lu mu yàgga fa ñu ñaanalante rek ñaanal suñu bopp suñu njaboot yi suñu borom may ñu wér gu yaram ak sutura bu bari bari ñoo xam ne ñu ngi si ay tolof yàlla safara seen problème si surtout ñoo xam ne ñu ngi si yoon pour dem Europe ñu si problème ñu ñaanal suñu réew Gambia tamit yàlla jàmm yàgga fa waaye si kaw loolu maa ngi ñaan yàlla ñu am nguur bu baax because ku fa nekk tey orkat la ba pare jaxasekat la jaxase na dëkk bi yëpp ñu toog nag because of intérêt moom kenn moom falewut ndax Gambian si ñu ngi sona as long as moom ak jabaram yi ak njabootam yi ak ñu ko wóor ñu ngi si jàmm moom loolu la amee it so nañ continuer di ñaan suñu borom pour Adama Barrow naka la mën a gaaw ak dagaase rek mu dem fu moo dem moo ko xam waaye ak fu mu mun a dem rek ñu ñaan tamit benn bés ñu atte ko because Adama lu mu yàq Gambie bari na moom wartu dem comme Yaya Jammeh de dem rek toog déedéet Adama moom kay man lu ma ñaan rek benn bés ñu atte ko alali Yaya Jammeh yi bagage Yaya Jammeh fan lañ nekk asset sami we need to know fan la assets Yaya Jammeh nekk te Yaya Jammeh mosul lose assets moom tam def ko ñappinkam si Gambian si waaye maanaam si dafa ñëw rek assets Yaya Jammeh dafa dem selaw kenn gisut leen kenn déggut leen in fact worst of all nguuram mi mu ne ñoom duñ declare ñoo xam ne ñoom ñooy gënd assets yooyu for their own security waaye benn bés dina leer looloo tax Amat Bah bu mu demee si néegi député ñu laaj ko affaire yi doomam mu mer parce que Amat Bah xam na ne yëfi njuuj njaaj la def Amat Bah doomam bi dégg naa ne mu ngi dem fale American University te Gambia nguur gi tourism board ñoo ko finance waaye because Amat Bah ministre la loolu moo si loolu lañ foofu lañ toolu si mbiri Gambia typical animal farm we are equal but some are more equal than others foofu la mbiri Gambia toolu ok mbadi ngolo ni mboto duwala nalon na modo bi je wiate ko kapfala because ako ne sebu se lite nim pa modo kany ako nyani nale programme dati folon te katale folon nganna kul to poto nal botala duwala zinal chudin ako ni non nga duwa start isita base na duwa kilo mambang bari nga duwa la soto janko alkana ke ni maralan kolti nyomin kol alkana ke wolti basin be kontono bake sirif aba be kontono alkana ke nyomin kol di wol buka jamfa duwa to bake alkana nyomin kol to but anyway nga dum programme o kono bari wolon de pata entol di nyomin kol dale kata post safe kongolo video ago o mu jaraleti pata wode ay ndol nyombo la ndi nyomin kol la wala nanka ko ite o kay yendol sigala yendu nyomi ngolla zonka we have nothing to say maja sanya mbena program be konton na bake science na dun kacha ko bi topic of kala Gambia la budgetolity the draft appropriation bill draft estimate aliya jele na friend my good friend Sidi Keita yala budgetode dalde cumuwaay Sidi Keita Sidi Keita yala budgetode dale atata député bungoto ni modo le kachala ngai wayama Sidi Keita a correct rimba ako nyoko mrekata ngai go yim budgeto jale ba juma mubarak kadisane juma mubarak maja sanyam ako nyoko se nga jela ako nyoko ndo war ako nye bari atol fam Sidi la kukal surprise le ba ako nye Sidi Keita bota nyaming Islamic Development Bank the unceremonious manner he left African Bank avo Gambia non mo kala nga intese ko serili jama ninko kubu kan Gambia nze ko masoro balofa non de malafi kala Ibrahima Ji Sankareti ka to kuma soro balole fala mo so bita inte malafi ke goru ki Sankareti nga bari ku jama rek bu ko bawo banko kande na Sidi Keita la abota game IDB nga kala mutale formation nga sota je il fa wala na minister ya ta na nga Sidi Keita la background of fale to Gambia me Sidi Keita longo ndese wo sedli 9 out of 10 nga ko jiji mo meye ndemo more baleti wala na binga na more na fo don Sidi Keita aman talaku kabo IDB Sidi Keta Adama Barrow kabrin 2017 2018 lafta kake minister Zambi ba kole kai ko se libela kuvo kambata ba mema yala la moli ya kol duma igai go bise useri yala programo da titula anu mobo ga banta ba jibe men kata ni Sidi Keta so Sidi Keta Gambia la finance minister ni wiko be natele be jola je banta ba but in the heads of the other because I another fan tinya budgeto I already da ko da boy ala last budgeto describe naming fan tinya budgeto I already da ko think Sidi Keta man bala fa fuaroli Sidi Keta ni Adama Barrow ke punto mbandamo la nafulo kono ka dontoro ke doron ka dontoro ke rem borrowing alta budgeto to the draft estimate it has increased to 7.8 billion. What an increase. Kadontoro ke darom. Domestic borrowing can increase, foreign borrowing can increase at the expense of the Gambian masses. Kamola na fudo ka a mismanage because at a boleto la poso kono. Mbe figures all analyze la leja. Wose nyinse ke no Gambia drone neto. Bari yalo iko faraboye je nyame ake bara wala nyama. Because ndolu Gambia no fadam. Fonyi ye ken na doron. Sad to say. Because with all this nonsense going on in the country, Gambian will be siri be tenkutin tej. Ikamero kuma ke banko kang. Former presidential bill Adama Barrow ya o tabi atatan dugala ayala justice minister ay depaso di justice minister atatan dugala marse oto ay atata ay chu kom tabay ay chu kom bagasol sang ay bagasol nyamarol ning tuluse ning jabo ning malal ka kari ja Allah ay temul fo di chu kon tabi men kanoni everything I will duga atata ni assembly NPP national assembly shita ya tabi ronyin diata Adama Barrow yekal boli bala ya Samba State House manasi shita ay chu kom busha fa kono akono fudo warata akono fudo gena wara kuta so sa in kaira tinyanta Gambia nothing happened so the bill has passed all right so wala Adama Barrow he can they can do anything in that country and kaira tinya bari Sidi Keta la ni manya be ni menateng to be a sycophant of Adama Barrow kake dogo ministati kake sycophanti 101 ya rafandu nyine ba koma Sidi Keta ma resign IDB de na resign à la resignation letter tandi Sidi Keta is scandal Lesotho alleged scandal IDB so Birim Manasi lafta ka appoint 2017 among song in fact Sidi Keta is quoted mbeji mfola jana mbafla loud and clear Sidi Keta ni moja mara kadi am Gambia Sidi Keta fon kadi am la ka mole ko ndani nyinu to do ko kala no alilla moyde bi mo arjuma lungole din tira la janga kan la Sidi Keta la Sidi Keta ka fo mole ni ko ndani nyinu to do ko kala no wotuma mam problème sur IDB de Grabe Saudi kono bina no good no bad Sidi Keta to travel la wrong hardly 2 or 3 days I see luckily abe yaay la be plane ol falina so aka fata Barrow la palazol wotuma falindiro Keta manasi meta normally but the big scandal sort of IDP wotuma al lobby to become a minister in fact Sidi Keta demanded kafati lafta la financially ako because atela doko aka doko ke finance le atete doko kelano ano other ministry bili ya Adama Barrow ya approach aka ko yes sa impareta le kanaka minister ya ta but there is only one ministry meme accept la wala finance what Mamboure Njie was finance minister. So manasi jamfantum Barrow asita e Mamboure jamfa and woni Mamboure le ka dine and wine do bludi la nyola otumo nata ay meeting ko Banjula leer ngam meeting ko Banjula Cheikh Omar Faye Adama Barrow ani Job o Job memen works ita da fay bludi manasi la so manasi da kay ko be Mamboure bayla le nga ko male fala le la moy ako sidi kete go so ni election obatal me Mamboure bayla le so ite sita finance bari jani bita finance lafte ita trade ngana ngi samba trade bon ni election obatal ro mbe menying mbe Mamboure bayla le ite sita finance. So that was a gentleman agreement purportedly between Sidi Keita and Adama Barrow. But the Sidi Keita be accept la wata blow dunda tlusi dumbo kono in IDB. Sidi Keita te hanyla nyin kumu dajila na resigned IDB a file official resignation letter I mean for IDB. Hanathala resigned the something must have propelled him to resign. Akam dalago wo Job membe the other Job ala nyina tola wai pura membe pura Job may scandalous sort of ya bay a local organization or dollar in Africa often involved fraudulent activity la you often bay because Gambian Bangkoti government has no standards on Adama Barrow. Ise muta sunya rola banta ye tapale yake manasi sina ay doko dila. This one Job at Pura ala to fonye. Wata manke nur uturade because malagari wata safale scandal. Bi wala marilin Gambia la Pura la director general. Isalon Gambia until we are finished. Ise sunya roke banta. Records are there ye bayi manasi yanata Palazzo de Bel. Jumale wo Palazzo lobby ay wolom Mamboure Njie ti. Mamboure Njie lobby e Palazzo nyindiala. So Sidi Keita atefana man talaku wani IDP. So Sidi Keita wala na say anata. Mfa no wonder birabe trade ako Senegal la poro la development what is good for Gambia. Akata jale fengoti. Because Sidi Keita is there to sanitize all the dirty job. I don't know doing kuku bari manda do nala nying IDB kuto bake. Mayen si jamban nga na woke. Sidi Keita la budgeto is 42 billion estimate. But in Alia GB in 2022, this was actually 21 billion. Sanjifula Commando. 2023 approved budget kata 38 billion. Alilamoy, $38 billion. 2024 projection draft I mean some deputy bungo billion tanani in fula. Alilamoy within 2 years Gambia budget has almost doubled. Let me read the figures again. Let me just check my phone and read the figures. Ibeda jadi ba fala ko kumul from nkuntel nkum fele. Nyim budgeto ibe nyene sambala nyal député bu ngoto yalo na friends or député wolu muka dem fo la ko because wolu wolu bu la mo for the lady ni budget tata je it will be approved. So alinga nam fongol batandi. This budget will be approved. MPP deputy will approve that. Okay. So let's look at the budget because be all in Sida. Adama Barrow la budget and in Sidi Keita. Eco 2024 estimate revenue and expenditure. Let's go now to in 2022 Sanjifula Commando. Gambia la budgeto budungalo mbadi mandingol yo moy la budgeto say nga hani nyomi ngol fon yalla mo budgeto ti ko ngaba hani suwo ko mo ke la budget sotole budget wala ila banko la tamaran ko na fulo la karola ikamen soto ani ikamen dépasse ministre sawo sang constitutional ñinin kale pour président ya bula ita député bunto ay gambia la budgeto aya samba député wala ba approve la ate ka samba le ba député wala ka approve ate ka de la tena la timo ba na teboka approve de na député wala ka approve awa konte sa ho me konto na youtube fax la kanyawo membe bundunga kunda gambia nuyi nala ngi konto bake sa ngi balal ma manta fala fax la internet ala wanso tala because ite ngaje ite katu internet lo ite katu internet le awo konte se to tiktok fengoto youtube mavala fax ayla ruta belonging aya off just for 1 month akana jo what if I jo sign times are hard mavala na buro la mbako la nyimi kono mafla ko nga nyi musin ni bla fon belonging jo only for this month okay so back to the budget gambia la ko bala fo wartale modole en altu nak modole en altu ay altu la ko sew sedli ni be gambia la ko mo fa kakari jele nkai fo ila fa nga kumbo ila fa nga tabanta ba nga kumbo ako how these are serious matters well it's part of the program okay nde manasi la kudente stress la program fa jangata kumbo la manasi is not what they have from because ntingal manasi ba dango be la thing in fact ntol gambi as if we are caused nte son danga wala mina ninga jibi ko adama borolo don la nyato ngori ngasi nga fo dega gambia ngamala danko le ben noma yes I have the feeling because ne gambia jibi mo kendol membe gambia mele banko kan londi tiol mele faham to mele kuninda because bi adama borolo gambia la president dega kan ka gambia danko le ben to noma let's admit this okay because adama boro fo nyimbo jeto ni atanda la jibi adama ma nyimbo jeto ko na fejo bonni jodo abanya kulule malo la nyimbo jeto so today iko wolom gambia la president ikalu ko we are finished but there we go so 2022 budgeto me yalo ya approve wolom billion one in killing 21 billion 522 million 942 sanji killing nyato you see the sharp increase in leka tulumo la budgeto la from 21 billion ye jella approve dibiro jella approve 38 billion I'll look at the increment. What is the increment? Madingal mathematics today because I'm jamo basic arithmetic wrong. From 21 billion to 38 billion, what is the percentage? Kadinya ninga kwa percentage of Nama hani mana asile march no kadinya iti. Kadinya percentage work out bang. 21 to 38 billion. a percentage work out bang. Womu jelleti. That's a sharp increase. So, niajibe, you look at the percentage, wo sembo waratabakele. That is a lot. So, 17 million difference. It's not millions, it's billions. Cherno Sise. It is not millions, it is billions. Yes, almost 80% banda. That is astronomically very high. Okay, that is a high number. 80.95%. That's the correct figure. Ye Gambia la obojotota ye 80% increase and killing a poor country like ours. So mbiji nyinang sidi keta ka jalla nyininka. Sidi keta has now taken the budget. Me alongo is 42 billion from 38 billion. But ni budget of our BGB. Madam, let me not bore you guys with these big numbers and all that. Let's leave that to the analyst. Let's leave that to the economist and the accountant to look at those figures in detail. And this week, Uncle Larry Sise program also budget will do extensive analysis of the budget. Monday or Tuesday, Larry Sise will be my guest, Uncle Larry Sise. Natale Nabi Diamkam, I'm a Maybach. We want to have an analysis of the budget. So it's 80%, almost 81% increment. You're looking at the budget from 2021 to 2023, 2022 to 2023. Okay. So now let's look at 38 to 42. But I'll just walk out only. Okay, let me ask Kadinjai to give me the figure. Let's see how the Nyomingas are good. From 38, 42 minus 38. Okay? Kadinjai Jallom. Kadinjai, you should be able to work that one out. Anyway, so Niaji the increment on more warabake. 38 billion, but Niaji from 2022 to 2024. Sanji Fuladrom. Gambia la budget to increase from 21 billion to 42 billion. Poor nation. But we will also go to the revenue side. Revenue. Namu lunkajele soto. Namu. Because this is just the expenses. That means spend. But nkajele soto. 2023. Gambia la revenue was 16 billion rather. $891 million is 16.8 billion. All right. Eco revenue increased at 22.7 billion. Yawlefo ila satarot. But même fongo kija faro e wara. Wolonka domtoro menke. The borrowing component. Nga julo me alonko ontol ko le deficit financing ke na julo la budget la karola. Gambia ka domtoro menke sidi keda be na banko tinyaka wala. Ka jurol tare ka borrowing, domestic and foreign borrowing. It is serious and it's scary. Nsi ta bringa nyim budget o GV. Ngo dega Gambia ntolman pari folo. Serum alialon ne man sekunda jelle spend on travel. Can anyone guess what was the travel budget of this government 2023? Ni someone mbota kuntenka tama kapadie moljo. Who can guess the figure? Put your figures there. You should know your country. Yalo munum important aja. Gambia lo nyanta jilo lor nale because na bankolom. Ni Gambia lo beni kala mo sekunda jelle de pass padie mo shero. Most Gambians don't know. But these are things that we should know. Newspaper soli asafele. Walaikum salam na cousin Senabu be kontono. Nyanta lo na nega melo nyini ala ma sekonda ala kudo jelle puntum pandang. Nyanta nyulu lo na isaje nin karre fa yo kana si. Al nyanta talal yenyim fo al barimol al binkolu surtout mbadi ngol nebe bolon kono. Because ndol bolon kono kolu amanka beti where ndol fana mo Gambia la problem oleti. Yasinta sa fu no because nte bota bolon kono. Ni mebe kamfala ngama kamfa. Ndol Gambia mafo mo bede because diamo mandia. I'm just talking in general terms. Ndol bolon kono kolu fana mo Gambia la problem. You know why? Adama ka carte jama soto min dole. Moro Jabi, you are right, almost 300 million, but it's $279 million is yawleke on travel. Million o kemefula tawarola nin kononto. Tamu yawleke. I'll just keep this. Take note of this figure. Huh? It's very important, not about. This is last year. In fact, within the first 6 months, 169 million is spent out of this 279 million in budget. Kari woro dorom, ye million taworo anin kononto you look at tamuti. Alkana nyina. Keep track of this figure because I'm going to go back to it. Left at appointment to left at jele. Mansa kunda men approved tamora. Last year was $279 million. But it was $275 million. Kari woroto Mansakunda jelle depass wolom 169 million almost yela travel budget or explosive within just 6 months. Ulan na baro fundita nang ako he put moratorium on travels because ila travel budget wale kan abanka sawoti. Adama boko kuka sawoti because near 279 million ne budget. But it's sangobe kari woro amahani kari woro losi actually 169 million will be pumpum pantan. So there we go. Tamola budget. But ntolu bolongo nkolu mbedi amolan toliye because mnanan kanyi figol for them. Nal tata kadi njai yiraye diamu ila nyomin koliye ini fatin sabali. Nal tata li diamal bin koliye ali nyi nanga mu foy because jama baka karte o fay ima long. Ni commencé kunaka jelle puntum pandang. Tamo to puri ka padiye mo len sote male kamere drongo mansa kunala mo ka tamale. Bari million kemefula million taworol ni konanto yole budget kari woro da ma kono si biri jurom benn weer nguur gi spend nañ 169 million so lii lu jar ragal la bari mene ñu ko bam fon bala fawra man sa ko nabe ñu beke kan tamula how much did they approve for youth and sports funding ke woli budget o jela bakari ba jela ministry sidi kete kudeo to ay jelle di bakari ba jela bari ngana fali ay jelle di bakari ba jela okay it's very disappointing. Ministry of Youth and Sport okay 122 million keme million muwannin fula akamte ka men spend tamuto wala ka siye ka gambe funding ke wol be ministry because nigo Ministry of Youth and Sports gambe funding ke wol be la budget o adama barola man sekonda jelle diatol gambe funding ke wol 122 million bari la tamu wodama is 279 million way men tandi adama barola man sekonda ila tamu le kuma yandi gambe funding ke wol hajoti so ni natal ya funding ko la ko al carte o dinal nyente nyini ngala munela ntolle ka al sindi nin carte fo binale na le kumbal fonni bali nin budgeto la tawalo sita al ka 122 million di lan tolla baratol fo la tamuro 270 nyille nyanta ka fo o diolu to funding wol ya kalamta saje fundi so si ko li man sekondala we have to be strategic nalbe diamola gambian kuli alinye figo sol foye because ni figo sidi ketala samana ni mangen dala sidi figoti yalo hani muna ketela itafula ko ndo we are fabricating because this is in the budget ali la moyde Gambia bela Ministry of Sports sidi kete gelle di alla kude oto bari mina fala sidi kete gelle di afamola sidi kete mo typical malum bawla typical nyomi ngole mati gabanka typical jaran koti sidi kete gelle di afamola ningo fale albe surprise la but Ministry of Youth and Sport bakari ba jele ministry allocation o jele di la 122 million bari ngata information wonyomi nga furi wala ministry lamin kuy jamme ye jelle diatela mba ko hanide je labin kuin jamme can you guess ye jelle di labin kuin jamme la bagari baji fa officer labin kuin jamme di bagari baji 122 million sidikete will allocate to his ministry ako gambe funding will be atol man kumaya so ni adamala man sakuna na te kali ko funding ke ngi kumayandile ala fo ko tonya hani ajaje ke so teje ikal nenele ni funding ke kumayandi bi it 122 million de la ministry of youth and sports Sisla, that's way too much. They didn't give 65. They gave him 39.7 million. 39 million all the Lamin Queen Demola information. But in a travel budget, the just spent last year is 279 million. Look at Tama. Kapadi emul kila poso kono. I don't borrow a private jet all higher. Ni fatu baboro do private jet all. Bari ministry memata kibarul janjandulala. Ikatol ma important but 39 million of the Allah. They got the lowest information. The next lowest ombudsman. Ombudsman was 43 million. But you know, Sidiketa jele dia fongola. Sidiketa wange mo furinde. Sidiketa 2 billion. You already finance. 2 billion. 2 point. In fact, it is. Let me look at the exact figure. $2.05 billion. Sidiketa already have on the ministry. But youth and sports, the youth are the backbone of the economy. Nganyina mo imanse kuna riba fala. Funding ke on the future leaders. Ni adamata dawda Gambia funding ke ulungal hatile. Gambia funding ke ulikal nenele. Nguri Gambia nyulana na because lolota ñun dañoo ñëw fi analyse ngeen dégga ku ñu déglu baax na ku ñu ñàkk a déglu tamit baax na ñu ne ngune Gambia ñoom ñoro ñor nguur gi dañ am interest youth si Gambia youth ñooy future leaders every time alka ñu ne mooy audioto ñu banko ni Adama Barrow la speech kala sa the youth are the future leaders of this country. It's all political gimmicks. It's all political utterances. Ning Gambia funding kewulu Adama Natali ya akangal kumaina lafa ente sehu sedili ko afo ko sehu sedi ya fala banta bale ko o manke tonyati ako because nalbe budgeto talala bankola na fulu aliye jelle di Ministry of Youth and Sport million muan fula but al fon la time budget mina fala li jelle di manasila office la Sidiketa 2 billion finance Sidiketa fon allocation of the siata Adama Barrow allocation of it. All right. So let's go to Office of the President. Manasila Puntum Pandandola. $872 million. Meya that's a billion la manjam for back. I tell you the namanke Ministry of Infrastructure and in finance. Okay, let me just look at the finance portfolio. But in IGB. But Janembe Beron figure dealer. Yeah, finance got 2 billion. Yeah, finance got 2 billion. So Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Mamoudou Tangara, Banana Ministry, 1.79 billion. It's almost 1.8 billion. They already foreign affairs. A bit nonsense wrong because new foreign ministry, new foreign embassy, you come on Gambia, nada. So, alaji the Gambia funding when will this? I'm coming to health. Mundu mana nyimbe falen na ko Gambia funding to be taken seriously. No wonder funding tanani alaba de mani kafankale to da bato bakaw ani funding tansei UDP sam kontango bondile statement bondile mansa kundama any statement bondi ko Gambia funding mal hati imal fale imal dangu wala na nila budgeto sheeta is 122 million dialla. But Ministry of Finance can 2.53 billion is also. Okay, Adam Baro 872 million you already Adam Baro. Bera Baro the National Assembly, haha, dividawolo na friends all dividawolo. Haha, dividawolo fanande imanke komanka di budget okono de. Gambia dividawolo 478 million dollars and Gambia funding ke wolo alla consent Gambia divido alla consent sa allow nyadi atolla budget o kasia funding ke wala budget oti. Nin divido na talia. Ala fo konte ko. How do you reconcile this? Funding ke wala carte o faya toli. Algara funding ke wala ka campaign kali. So nalbe budget to approve la toli 478 million alka wala soto divido bu. But the funding ke wala they get 122. More than 3 times. Because 122 by 3 is 366. Neo Boni 478 kono still falling over to Nigeria. Yeah, falling over to Nigeria. 112 million, 112 million betulaji. Look at the disparity. Essentially, let me borrow Honorable Halifa Salah's famous word. Essentially, the youths of the Gambia are neglected. Imal fale, imal danku. Barindolu fanang, ninyunu nata wate karte fo bina sila, fondinga ole ka sele gele skan santo. Fondinga ole ki fon fa community official kono. Fondinga o dol bije ni campagne wanu wulbote la bun kono. Et pour que vous l'avez fait la time stop, ni vous l'avez fait sur la pour que mo ki ha jone because they are on the campaign trail. But Gambia funding wolu, afele sa asidi ke day bojoro samba. Député wolu wul a million kemenani, million tawro la ni say 518,744 wala be draft budget or but malum for député wol be nyin talala fo ita tala because this is just estimate. When will we have a government that takes Gambian youth seriously? Now let's go to Ministry of Health. Dr. Samatella Ministry. Let's go there because people want to know. Ministry of Health takasialenak. Yeah, ika good chunk the health. Let's go there. Why am I not seeing health here? Health should be there. Ministry of Interior, Tourism. Oh, Ahmad Bala Ministry, Malaysia lady atela. Fananta Manzian 46 million. You already at Fanana. Ahmad Ba. Let's go to lands. Okay. Health. Okay. It's on the item 21. Health has here at 2.3 billion. I think Omar Bonu, you are interested in health, but that is not new. Health, 2.3 billion. You already health la. The highest is Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. Wale Jelle Soto, almost 4.2 billion. So, but you know another surprising thing. Wala ntofo bali kari la ministry. No wala ntofo bali kari moto kutosang. Ntofo bali kari Ibrahim Silla. 2.6 billion dollars is already a ministry la infrastructure works. No wonder Ibrahim Silla recently I'm moto kutosang. So they have allocated 2.6. But alien you figure sol be moile. There's 1.5 billion malo women toilet. Let me see interior police 1.5 billion police. But what is so disappointing here, it is how low this government thinks of Gambian youths. No wonder Gambia funding all baby back when you can put a go to Qatar through the desert. Because the Gambia government has no regard for Gambian youths. Travel budget. Let's hear that. Adam Barrow is what Adam Barrow is doing 872. Well, he can afford to spend 150,000 every day on food because he has all this money at his disposal. 872 billion. 872 million maga ko dindinti sango kono. So nyin kodo there is another ministry 992 million mala ministry jumalo wati. I think that's defense. Yeah, Ministry of Defense. Ministry of Defense. National Audit Office 201 million. Okay, there is another one which is even lower than Ahmad Ba. That is the Public Service Commission. Public Service Commission has the lowest. They gave them 16 million. Then Nabododo, obviously, 39 million or Malon Jumaletamu 39 million. 39 million is information, I mean Queen Jami. Naboda Public Service Commission, Ministry of Information has the lowest. Then next, it's Ahmad Bala Ministry. Ibrahim Silala Ministry has a lot, 2.6 billion. Namara health lesiatati, health earning, education, health. No. I think even Ibrahim Silala Ministry lesiata healthy. Ibrahim Silala is 2.6 billion and health is 2.3. So the in fact infrastructure and development namara health legend important na wote because nimol man jata kende ate okay ibe silo use la no nyadele. But they are putting all these figures. So this is what internal mem for Gambian ole wolo nyintiko. Ye carte o je ba faila. Carte o. Budgeto is very important. Budgeto like atani man sekunda la kol kumani. But ye Gambian ole so buka budgeto fale back. We don't pay attention to this budget. The people in the rural areas wolo ni ko adam sidi keda data budget ole samba they have no interest. The onus is on us. Ndolme alonko nsenyin kol interpret noli nal tata bolon kono alinyin tandal al bari malye al binki wolu al mamulu melka kato fay ko yenna na fulo je ñu kat atala ñote matende sidi ke the finance 2.3 billion for what tamodro and in contracts consultancy katama you go to these board meetings you put big chunk of the is all at the expense of it. But in data, you talk of all this billion. Now Julo is 7 point something billion dollars. Wakamune praise all Gambia come. Nika Julota, you service the debt. So debt servicing is a burden on us. And this is why Gambia economy is not growing. When you follow, the more we borrow, the more it put pressure on the interest rates. Masiri keda jalala introductory remarks ML4 ako atelafita deficit lole talala. Well, how can you reduce the deficit when you are just keeping on spending? Gambians are not interested. Some people are not interested in this. So what I am saying, nim budgeto, in fact, more attention for because Gambian only okay, this is now routine. This government is a wasteful spending government. They are spending the money, they are not putting it on the productive sectors. But let's look at what they are spending on agriculture. I think that is also interesting. Let me look at what is going to agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture. Let's see what is going to agriculture. Where is agriculture? Okay, Ministry of Agriculture. Item 17. Can you guess how much is going to agriculture? Very interesting. There is a big disparity between what is going to finance, what's going to infrastructure, what is going to Adama Barola ministry. Wow. This is scary. No, agriculture is not 1 billion. Janabajalo. It's less than that. It's 844 million. Yeah, already agriculture. Yeah, 872 million di Adama Barola office la. Yeah, 844 di Senelala. And this is happens. This is how Mambure Sidike Daka Mambure Njala budget alter ka copy. Yes, you are surprised, but in the way you are surprised. but that is what they have allocated on the item 17. $844 million is 890. This is agriculture Senebunda. Adama Barola government, Adama Barola office is 872 million. Ibrahim Silala ministry is 2.6 billion. And dollars is the only dealer. Senebunda, Gambia Senelalu. But yala ikamune because Senok a lot of development budget totally like the world FAO and all these international organizations, they give a lot of money to Seno Bunda. And that shows the lack of seriousness of this government. 844 million iko di Sene Bundala. But Adamaboro official, president's office is 872. How can you be serious as a leader? Iko left Seno Bunda yiri wandela. Seno budget or the Siala office of the president. If UDP government comes to power, and I see similar thing like this, I'll be worried. Because if the office of the president gets more money than Senobunda, then for that government doesn't take Senegal seriously. Look, yalon kukulena nyanta falina jang. Funding ke ulu nyanta talale seriously. Senegal nyanta talale seriously. But Mambure kan every time nalta, you see, Sidiketa is a copycat of Mambure Njai. Alta Mambure Njai la budget jibe. On the Yaya Jame, infrastructure wala budget was high. Because Adam Boro la Mansekunda, Yaya Jame la Mansekunda copy what they do. They don't come out with initiatives. They don't want to try. Because yet development has to be inward looking. I've said this. Borrowing. And agriculture, health, education, the youths. And can you guess how much they gave to Ministry of Justice? Ministry of Justice is also not taken seriously. Ministry of Justice, under what? Item 11, 224 million. You already justice la. Adama Borola office is 4 times more than Ikamendi justice la. 200 and yeah, I can see it here. It's 211 million. You already Minister of Justice. So this is Sidiketa's budget. A la budget on well, this is what is on ila budget appropriation report in ABG. And out of this, National Debt Service, Ali Lamoy. I think Gambians should keep eye on this. National Debt Service is 7.5 billion. You add education, you add finance and infrastructure. 3 of our key ministries, yellow budgetary allocation will be added. Debt servicing, debt, you call it for debt service. That alone is 7.5 billion dollars. Near Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Health, Finance Ministry, ye bill allocation of and this is the part that we have said over and over. Until better than explanation of Gambian Oriane. Can you imagine 7.5 billion on debt servicing? Sidiketa is killing our economy. But another interesting part that left me for Ali, love it approve Badi Bolonkonkolu, Ali Lamoy Jam Fanama. Ni Arambaro Nata Konga Silol Dedali, Nanyuno Dedali, Aba Siso Konkona. Ndola budgeto billion warawula and million talenti wole kata julujola. Amanke friti. Nin debt servicing wole be tabala. Akam dal go nibe dogola. Iteka jolo men shoto. Nin for example you are getting, let's say you are getting $5,000 a month. Out of that $5,000, you got $3,500 ta ika be julu jodi. Menga to la poso kono prini la dimbaya is $1,500. How are you going to make progress? Ñin Gambia citizen be ñinela nga kodo sotole but greater chunk of this abekata julu julu la because nga don torolu menke aka jole nga ñin loans or mental kamo every time man sekondari julu tanya. This is where I have an axe to grind with Sidikata. I said, Sidikata, you need to stop this borrowing, reduce the borrowing so that Gambia debt service can be cut and it can be slashed so that Gambian will see phone soto. Ndetarla kodo sotola nin kodo natarek abeka ke julu jodi. And the interesting part that I'm also going to tell you, namna lialo namonon grants. Grants all on soroti. Loans and grants ifatatale. Loans womu julol tika jole, but grant wala ye sowalale. This government, la reputation internationally is poor. Mba read la liejang. Grants wolu, brinyi masakuna nata, ika jelle sotonu grants wala mako roti. Ika mendila. And where are we now with the grants? It has significantly reduced government grants. Okay. 2022. Gambia julomenta in 2022 amount to 238. Wow, that's a lot. 238 billion? Wow. But the grants on the grants total, it has increased. It increased in 2023. It reduced in 2023 to 13 billion, but this year it's just 9 billion. Marco Euro, Yemendina. And it's worrying because what this tells us, this used to be 53 billion, another 13 billion, about to say 9 billion. Nimu worrying trend, this is a negative trend, downward trend. It can mark Mendi Gambia la betalakani, grants or on kanso, can mark. And the Gambia government is losing sight of her. Human rights abuse, Kamulo arrest, police or Kamul commandi. It erodes the confidence of the development partners. It erodes the confidence of the international community, and that is having consequential impact on the flow of grants to economy. There was a lot of goodwill. International community wants to support this government. But now there's a downward trend. The loans are going up, right? And the grants figures going down. So is because of this arrest, because of Ikamul commanding Yamin. And you know what? Once that is, and also the international community man confidence in the management of the economy. Economy manage Yamin. So they have they don't have trust in this government. So the grants Marco Euro is so near your 29 billion or younger read. You can allocate ministerial to 10 in what are 29 billion. Okay, there is loan component. Your julomen dinna. Your julomen dintola 3 billion. 855,000. Then grants wala Marco Roti wala 9 billion. Wala the budget tata 42 billion. So let's do simple maths here. I know some people get confused because when it comes to figures, some people are model with your figures okay confused generally. So technically, Gambian tol fongola sototo. Mvanga men mfangwe. Mvangola fango down na feto down emendina. New budget of 29 billion more than economy. I want to break this down so that you guys can understand. Out of the 42, the total budget is 42 billion. But 42 billion auto. Intol fongola soto mfangwe men mfangwe we 29 billion damality in this 2024. So when after the 42 billion auto, na julol letter loan and in grants that is amounting to 13 billion. So Marco Euro, Ulanantulu, Ninkaleko Adamaboro, fallon balia man tandi nyene iteke banku fuarote iko kata nying grand scheme former president bill banko me yalon ko itela budget o 42 billion lom bari iteka jelleke 30% be ka bonam bantale. That is serious. So out of this, and you look at this, it worries us that we are not in safe hands. The international community pulled the plug off. Gambia have on we cannot sustain ourselves because our budget. That's why we have budget deficit. Budget deficit. So I know this analysis is going to confuse a lot of people, and because these things are technical, we have to. That's the way we have to use these words. We have to use budget deficit. We have to use figures. But men folk and the essentially Gambia la na fulu ka men soto mfuye ndol bokam fan zamba no nim dunia ma bro dun kono we cannot make ends meet wala nan tulu nyanta doman na that's why UDP government is going for fiscal discipline. You cut your code according to your size. Yela na fulu depaso tala. You see, this budget could have been seriously reduced if Adama Barrow make sacrifice and say, you know what, I don't need 800 million for my budget. I can do with 300 million for a year. I will cut a lot of things. I don't need to travel. I don't need to mount $150,000 every day. Mfonse na depaso bondi na poso kono la gane dimbal danyin. Alkan jo kono mena 500,000 every month. $500,000 every month. Nse kari depaso bondi no lan kana dimbal danyin. Man need moto nyima bola, and that budget can be seriously reduced. What is that is going to do? Men loans time all tala. But Adam wants to large motobal be borala. Ni Adam betamla, you look at the convoy will be in essential. You go with private jet. You live in large. So Adam would say, you know what, I need 800 million. Aliamo Adam Janako sometimes it all budget of Funkabandi. Seriously? So we have this problem, and look at that's why I'm bringing 2024 estimate General Assembly. Ntema mfomba tende katanda debite wala forum kono. Because ndenga talale kadiamu forum kono sai. Because what debite forum kono. The problem we have is you talk MPL bukadiamu J. So what's the need? What's the point? Are we just communicating to ourselves? Ni nata je idea de debite wala or you criticize their moves. Ike dumo yule bukadiamu. Anon debite jamale bo forum kono. So ndal dum fana ndol fana ma warambo singa kotonda mo sila. So za mbringa aje ko debite wolu buka participate chai buka fenke. What's the point in giving our ideas in that forum? Because you're talking to the MPs, they don't want to communicate with you. So this below bringaje, the rational reaction is let's brace ourselves, Gambian. Prices of commodities will rise, inflation figures will rise, and the most annoying thing, men can come far. Illahin dol karanalu. Dol lakiti be kola karanalu Gambia karanalu lakiti be kola bag. Because to our karandi wala tapale ya warata baki. To our karandi wala kalabante ya warata baki. Fembukan dimi ni bojototo. Year in, year out. Because the Gambia economy is projected to grow at 4.9%. Akandemi back. Ni mandati sidi ketala time, kabiri mamburi njala time, alta bojototo sa for Gambia economy be yirwala 4.9%. Ngo, tubabu dujang. Economy juma like a grow 4.9% la. Ala fo nyebang. These big economies, Melbejang, advanced economies, yet Sweden, I don't think the economy is going to grow to that level. And when Hani will talk growth of an I understand. But is it not a joke? Is it not an insult? Sidi keta buka sila, abuka malu. akata kara National Assembly, kafo Gambian economy is projected to grow at 4% At the end of the day, what growth in the economy, abuka gawangkadumul nafa fenna. But these are the figures that they give to IMF and the World Bank. Now that IMF bulletin, and that World Bank bulletin, but for the Gambian economy is projected to grow at this. And this is what they are telling Gambians. Sidike Dalanis Fenkoto, Altaraji, go and read what he said about the growth of the economy. Ako economy be yiri walale. Okay, economy be yiri wakan. Nana Gambia funding ko kaborik kata bakuela. Muna Gambia job creation buka soto. But this is the annoying part that this actually so disgusting. You go to the National Assembly and tell Gambian the Gambian economy is projected to grow. Because it's copy and paste. They have a template on the Ministry of Finance. Whenever the budget is coming, they just plug in figures there. They just modify certain things. They plug in figures. That template is there. Bang, Sidiketa is ready with the draft. Because Sidiketa is already deputy. Some of these deputy, they don't even understand what the budget is. They don't understand this domestic amortization. You got domestic amortization, foreign amortization is in the budget. Do these MPs understand what that means? They don't. Na sister Maimuna Sisa Dabo. Near budget tandi wanyato I need figures GLF amortization. She couldn't have a clue what that means. And what unfortunately, she is there as an MP. All what she's gonna do. Okay, go see the last one. Okay. Ntenga vote le. Sometimes Gambia. Eka diam le fong fobu kale bemem fong fola. Bontola bankola ko bala fa wartale. Nga molu samba député bunto. Mais yalon ko budget ngo député nyanta tala Gambia député bunwa nyanta budget to understand ale. Because député will like a budget to approve. Ntol ordinary Gambian will approve. But 3/4 of these MPs don't understand this budget. No wonder nim budget or nata they approve. And Sidiketa nim budget or somebody. Later on in the year, he's going to take supplementary appropriation bill. Now, was some supplementary appropriation bill. Wolom budget o me ale sulata la kotenke. Bao nyindong wote sila. The people will come and approve and you know what? Akakemanati emergency session. Gambia deputy will emergency session or emergency session ye kilala. It will be a one source. They get paid for that. Wallahi, you fall in the rocketa. You danger the scrap from our laws. Go, it did be be jola. Civil servant will be like overtime will do Gambia. They don't get paid extra. Do look at the official con for 5, 6, 7. Sometimes the boss is something urgent la. Amam pari ako stay yadoku. Woko 1 hour, 2 hours women stay bukajo. But deputy will need bita emergency session or ye command kon yin sulata emergency. Urgency, certificate of urgency. Ngali ade like former president's bill. They attach certificate of urgency. Deputy will ke job bushon namolale. Gambia la problem osiata. Abebu kasata. We need drastic changes. I don't know who is going to rise above the fray. I don't know which leader will have the political will. Can you nonsense be bondina Bangkoka? I hope and pray that somebody will come and end this madness. When that will be, I don't know. Because nonsense be na Bangkoka Seattle. Day in, day out, they are there. They have the certificate of urgency. All this nonsense is going on. Sidiketa is telling us that the Gambian economy is going to grow. Let me read what Sidiketa said about the economy. I'm for Gambian economy. He said something about the Gambian economy. Let me go there. I will just go through that particular. He spoke about inflation. He started. I go honorable speaker. Growth continues to remain strong, despite global and domestic challenges. The war in Ukraine, the lingering effects of the pandemic. Oh my word. They haven't still forgotten about the pandemic. According to the lingering effects of the pandemic and the tightening global financial conditions continue to slow down growth, global growth, and therefore affected domestic economic performance. On the macroeconomic front, the provisional data estimate shows that the real domestic growth (GDP) for 2024 marvel 4.9%. And what I'm managing from, I just say 4.9% is there. He's projecting it at 4.9%, lower than the 5.3% recorded in 2021. I go, the grow nyaming, well, doyata ngamen sort of 5.9. But it's a lie. Gambian economy didn't grow at 5.1% in 2021. Dollar economy is shrinking. The economy is not growing. You know what? Gambian economy is not growing. The economy is shrinking. An economy that is growing will have impact on the living standard of people. If you go to Malaysia, you go to Singapore, will the economy be broken? That's why gross domestic product, the kafuka. That's why the per capita GDP per capita is increasing. But in dollar economy is stagnant, is retrogressing, and this minister Kalantangolu, every time they come and copy and paste, they come out with these bogus statements and said Gambian economy is projected to grow at this level, is projected to grow, is all nonsense. Fanya fodro, kawulia bundang, karambalulu ka kawul iko kawulenene. Ako, let's continue. Ako, when recovery from the pandemic was underway but slightly higher than 2023, the steady growth performance results from the spillover effects of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, which has seriously dampened growth prospects. Previously, optimistic projections have been revised downwards owing to increasing interest rates to counter rising problems. Real GDP growth is projected at 4 point at this is nonsense. How can you say real GDP product is projected 4.5% in 2023? What sort of English is that? What sort of English is that? Because real GDP was projected is in the past. How can you say real GDP is projected at 4.5 in 2023? These people are just on the sector growth outlook. Agriculture is projected to continue to grow to 8 point. Let me not even waste my time to read this, guys, because this is all mumbo jumbo. It's all lies. Wulia, Kenzo, Gambian economy is not growing. Our economy is shrinking. Gambian economy never grow la. For nigga do not kata hustling la back way. You know, an economy that is growing, you see job creation. Dollar you get jam. Almost Gambia. Dollar economy went through turbulence. When David Cameron was prime minister. Because Labour government, even though they can Labour government support, will lose credibility. They were just spending. There was no fiscal discipline. Right? For the first time, there was a time in this country, not many people know, UK economy was on the watch list of the IMF and the World Bank, which was scary at the time. That was the time the UK was fully involved in the war in Afghanistan. These people got stretched. There was no discipline. When David Cameron came into power, conservative government started cutting expenditure. They got affected. Because the only thing they do was social. Right? Every Friday, Pramoli town, they are doing shopping because Koloka to do the account. lolu je ko do kuke alright yata ida kambano so wol economy just pour dingo soro ye dingo soro ya dun system ko nante dim fulale be mase ko na bungo sika dira ne bungo sika ya dira so every week it be Saturday ko be Friday because dollar ja wuto mo weekly ka gol gal go weekly every week yata ila kado do dik ATM ko no yalo ko mase ko na ila ala wonso dunde ibe ala bungo jole free ibe ala wonso dile la free so dol bi jewol kam ne ke they take joy it ko wulu la because they influence about the more money they give you, this child tax credit, child benefit, blah blah blah. They give you housing benefit. Okay, yela bungo joy. So conservative government nata, this is not sustainable. We have to get rid of this. They started reducing making cuts, and they started complaining. But the government may fail. You know what? We have to reduce this. This is not sustainable. So what that led into, UK economy started recovering. Okay, UK government started recovering. But Brintola economy recovered. Na feel janne. Ale mol yini gaja America do ko agency, malon American ka fa nyadil. What is sort of that? Dogo was a problem. But the economy started to grow, people start connecting. Ega modol jika connect. Yara dogo la dula dodo. Ye 2-3 hours dogo de agency ko ni after ni kinyu dula do fana. And that was when people in Great Britain realized that the economy is recovering because job creation started going on the rise. Mwana nankanye explain ali. Banku la economy be grow kan. Dogo ka siajele. Economy ninkata flow kan, there is fluidity. Interest rates will be down. Bondola Banco, is this happening in our country? No. And the government will come and tell us, Sidiketa will come and tell us, Gambia economy is projected to grow at 5.1%, 4.9%. I can grow into it. Maybe I can grow within the cabinet. Adam Barona minister, yes, economy can grow because it all fanko kafule. But an average Gambian, this increment has no result in it. We have to be honest to poor people. The economy is shrinking. Economy is not growing. But this is in the Sidiketa Vitala within Kalabante Adiamolkala, Debite Bumoto. And this is what is happening. If I read this, I get this. God, I hope when UDP government comes to power, we are not going to be involved with this copy-paste nonsense. Because this is copy and paste. Nida the Mamburanjala Bojotoro, you will see the same nonsense there. Sidi Keta Nata, he's doing the same thing. Sidi Keta will be remembered as one of the worst finance ministers for the Gambia. I know my Jaranka brothers will be very unhappy with me when I say this, but Sidi Keta is a very terrible minister. Sidi Keta ni mambo renja 6 and 9. Ni mambo renja for society. And look at the astronomical rate at which our budget is going up from 21 billion, 38 billion, 42 billion, and our debt servicing is on the rise. All on the CD Ketame na Senegambia Bridgeota a Wafi Africa 15. A Taide. And in fact he did that illegally. Yalo ning Gambia la Gambia the CD Keta should be reprimanded for breaking the law. CD Keta lualetina. CD Keta should not even be in cabinet. Gambia is not a serious country. CD Keta broke the laws of the Gambia. Amanyano Birayo Bridgeota Taile. So-called asset recycling. He acted unlawfully. Everybody said it. Dabo said it. Honorable Halifa Saleh said it. Sidi Keta should not be minister. But Gambia Lom is a Gambia Luatina. Deputy Oli Fasa. Today Sidi Keta should not be minister. Imagine Berayo Kalabante Bakery. He went quiet. Sidi Keta Berayo Kalabante Bakery. He went quiet. Because that's what they do. Imang Fenkeje Gorgi Sankare. Jandi Jawara a friend. Gorgi Sankare. Berai Kalabante he went quiet. He went completely mute. Abagadi Hamokotenke. Sidi get an Berai wo Kalabante asset recycling. He went on the down low. Bubukadi Hamokom. Niaji ye day wrong along they have found one thing. So Gambia, budu natale pour ka Gambia la budget to break it down for you guys. One thing, let me summarize. Gambia funding Keolu, Adama Barolaman Sekunda has just allocated $122 million to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Agriculture is 844 million. Adama Barola office 872. Ntofo Balikari la ministry 2.5 billion or 2.6 billion. Sidi Keta la Ayamendia Fongola over 2 billion. Wonyominga Furingo information 39 billion. All right. In the meantime, Masakunda kamem di tamola wale kasia funding ke oltadi. And the disturbing part is agriculture is not even getting 1 billion allocation. So ninyunu natalia imalakul kumayandi. So I hope my friends from rural areas, Gambia Bolongonon Kolu, I'll take carto di la barola kotenge next time. Because atol fanan nim tolka di am la sayang fonka bata. The saddest thing is ha alalaya sindiji. Well, ni alala sindije maybe alala katol fana be batala wodo alla foro to ndema fo gato le gafu ko alala ya keji kana against alright fo alala du ye fora ya latol fana kamba Gambia alnga kungem fawla ba banko bondi nyin kolaya kono informational dollar at a sign. Let me read that. Let me just check that. There's an information I think in regards to Manasi Malaya Moneke Kotenke. Okay. Okay. No, attend to the Vice President Olom. Mohamed B.S. Jallo, iko anyanta tamala kata Dubai. COP climate meeting. And environmental minister, Rohi Adoboro Badindingo, Rohi John Manjang, and Vice President anyanta tamala le. Namara middle of the month, kata Dubai le. Yeah, Rohi John Manjang. Rohi John Manjang from Alabla Harjodo. Bao Adam Boroba Badi Woti. Rohi John Manjang Manta Dukula. Obijele don the Tama. Imaje ya kema fanan samba ports. Yo fanan fix. Rohi John Manjang kema malam ports for ya to like a deputy managing director about something. It's in a time all of let them enjoy. Yeah. Rohi John Manjang Abuka Ego Liberal election, the opposition leader is leading in the election at the moment. She's like, okay, well, let's wait and see what is going to happen in that country. So, Bayingolu, Natale Pruka Kachan jam mainly for the budget, all right? Because Gambia la ku saying, Dol Nyanta me omen before kumu sabale benefunga bu Gambia la ku all right? At the end of the day, na information o dolu moyi bimbol dukundi lale. Bari me kuma kele na fal adama borola man sekondaye. Alaji bora la kodo wala dial. Alaji bora la kodo wala dial. Adama boro itate Gambiati. Du sano itate Gambiati. Alebet nonsense o men be talabu kam. Alaji bora la kodo albo dilala. Nalma diala. ECOWAS will give him more money, and that will be to the detriment of the Gambian people. You know why? Nyin kodo mambal la poso kono. Nyin kodo mankal tati. Nyin kodo mo Gambian la taxpayer kodo leti. Nin kiti bunda e kulumo fo alkanata jusola NPP kolbe diam la jana alaji bora la kodo fo alkanadi ala nyimu yabatelti bora dinni merento hamanyena kelate well bora dinni merento kiti bunda mo long justice jaite mo long justice jaite ko kodo nyanta jola yale anun ka ngunu moyle de ka ngunu moyle alaji bora la kodo ala diala luwale be Gambia alu luwa respect Birim Supreme Court ye UDP la petition o fay Adama Barrow ko luwale be Gambia akate ni UDP mantal ni wala UDP ni luwale be nyola ni mol lafta funte la police pamito la pretos la alko ngata lu pamito gini luwale yafu wo luwa kilingo bi wala ko alaje bora nyanda half a million nyanda compensate la wala albe ngunu kan dumale dolo afola alaje bora la kodo alkana diala Adama Barrow mansa kundal katale kana ajibe bi mambe kakan Congo jumala yalon ko president birin ado siri ndiate fama keta whatever jumala je ajibe mambe kan Guinée mutade sebote de ando ni NPP ngolu melke advice wolu be bulubal ni maral bondi nyoto because wolu to them they only president tam bankoti esalon ko Gambia fongo donta ndola ko fongo balfa wada ni ko du sano is one of the advisors yeah ego wulonte kulu fayda lo seriously how can do sano be an advisor so wolu nga kota hok fana moy ade fana nga yanko wada bala kulum kam moy biring ñu do da brigade rek kota hok all of a sudden afana statement o bondi akaka ñu do ko la tentu kota hok had been quiet Gambia is a very interesting country ni Gambia mangi bango do de kota hok o mangina diam la Gambia ko dengue kota hok should not have mouth to talk but there we go so next Monday or Tuesday ning Uncle Larry Sisebe another analysis again of this budget na definitely perspective moy on Sunday Jara Consortium Sisla ndey idi nala mulu mina bantaba ila friend ndey idi and in Jara is Consortium even ala bantaba so Sisla ila friend ndey idi is coming here Malva binala but she's part of the team in fact she's the one who organized this appearance of Jara is Consortium even ala jana dimaso purkana new fundraising member kala Jara East Semega Gane Hall the Semega Rotil Manin Kononto imina wala kachala jan dimaso so brace yourselves for that so ila friend menala jan ni malam fabi appeal fabi tala audio le bang sisla ila friend de idi wo ba wala minala jan ni on Monday so ala baraka bake if anybody would like to call in to give your reaction to Gambia budget, please feel free to call in. So, but the OIC dum, falan tolu si OIC. Manazima update deal for OIC bekala le bam malo. Ako December le OIC bekala de sign. Today is the 17th of November. Mansakunda be deirin tukutuku yereng. Femmanfu. So, bading al blajang. Nana running analysis la mele alongo budget or sometimes it's a bit technical. People don't understand it. But I think my advisement de la Gambia dimo be nyanta budget or loan la to your fingertips. Na nafulo mara Kenya nyanta loan nali. Ni ali nyininka pral sa long because anasali baji ko OIC tekela. But Adam Barrow did say that OIC will happen in 2023. Anasali baji. He said it. And when he said it, he was very serious. OIC would happen. So you're telling me OIC has been cancelled again? Iko manazi ko OIC bekala mele me for da baila. This is the how many times they cancel it? Is this the second or third time? No, I don't know if it's going to job was why. It has been cancelled till 2020. AIC is moved to 2024. From Mafaleko, AIC take a Gambia. And to 2024, it may not happen. So let me ask you guys. Will Adamo come and apologize to Gambians for misleading them? Because Adamo was interviewed and he said OIC will happen in December. So Adamo Nyantanalale, I have Gambian Oleko, Nteregan Falie, but Atekela. But Atakela, because African president they don't apologize. They feel too egoistic to apologize because Ning Adamaya from Maji and yet tell it like Gambian don't apologize. Kafogo. Why is Mbali Fadera? Mbali Fadera we've been doing it in a communication officer for Saturday US. Because why can't Gambia just give up on in hosting OIC? Yadi Banko Lameta host. Why is it a force that we have to OIC? But remember your Kodolmen data, putting Silo low. So Adama, he has to host OIC because Kodol data projection get. No, Gambia for the mouth. So Zaiko, May 2024. Okay, let's wait and see. May for an Alaman New Zealand. For May for a buy that. Ni May see them after December 2020. Madam Nimo after like call you can contribute, but Mebla is 1 hour 36 minutes. Then mana program Fangalejam. Allah Barakabake. Thank you so much, Kanti Karam. Allah Barakabake. Thank you for your time. And have a great weekend, all of you. Naraja de Burga.
Ite beden kili jumale lala ni useri fata dami nte jukuna nyanta fala jele Mandela do kuoke Gambia bebe jelena Gambia bebe se ore lume na Mandela minada wolunta be pipeline birinda ko sanka julojita akonte nganta tube wolumolu bere kampata bari wolya mamari wolo woli ba mamari wolo ala be jinkera manso be jinkera ale konsaje keme senja menyoli be no ko njaay wolle fala sonko nyulde ale konsaje ayedi
Malinga do studio go. Mana keda ngi fajar, mana keda fasen, mana keda.
Iko wa ismila bayo, but I'm not watching jam fanam fokote.
Bari mana si fana nyanta malla nyin nale alpha kumandi wakata kallo ka fo gamino le ko OIC December be kala it will happen. Kana o bayo ako me ko tenge fasen me. Me fana manjam fa. Sima la majo.
Manjam pa de sima ma be nyato bari tanga mi la me fango ni wo be fola lu le fango nyanta tarra mutarina. Se ko se di mi walla yemi ko do bi jenta fanan ka wala fanko fo dan ko le dum ta Gambia la ba.
Gambia de farsen bari yalo bora fa nyina nyinati na broda be deire na broda tongo ko be kandire ne yala tele marla ni OIC project la na moy alla jamburu ko ni wata ko wala na be deire akon be su kandire yo wala na da kun
Nta bala fa wartale Gambia o kanyi
bari yalo farsen nanyi mbari mbolon konon kol faranga diamu yede itol faranga mol batandi lede e kamol batandi ba
politiko pa amole mo kana jeda mol milibe banta wolle nyanta diamu le
ale fonsaje de ale
misa gol fango ka kela carte ke so fango di opposition wala wali o fanke ala so le fangoti ala so chukule
because yalo on fate mna kam mba fenke mbadi mbolon kono kola melka kato fa president wala mbe wala de melka fa opposition wala monta wala but ni adanda nyulle la ya jame ma wuli nyublando hani sai
hani
ha
ya jame ma wuluji
itolo mona ni nyato ko membe siri rek itaka fa man sa membe siri ton ni wolom
man sa membe siri nteni wolem nyin san toto ha no ko wala beje ha ambi yale kana bi adam daro kan wallahi ntama lombolon kono fa wala be nyame na barola ko to nya wato minna kantumaro la ko silanta mallala mo le fango nyanta mo kawandila wala
hani mo manyala mo kala on la barola ko wala e faten budgeto jibe fondinge wolu ajibe ko do men di fondinge wala
yo
ye fo ko do men di fo ke anim baro fa ko do men di barola e sidike daf mo tada billion fula dia fangola kala adiala ministry la fondinge wol only 122 million keme anim fula yole di fondinge wala e
na banta
fondinge wol fala nyande fanjelal
ngi middi fama store la ko di si yena o fondin keli fango jibe ibe mili gela borla barono
hay be tala siri motol santo
ibe tarra borla barono male fondin kel bebe ye man kay bebe fala wuloli kono bebe fala bali kono bari ka o mira la de banko be nyami nabi tol mi nyanta banko wondira kole ya kono si be bar wallahi nim banko do mu fango baro fango ni middi fama store kala ni mala badan kula
ha aja halo
ko moye sanyi sen ita me sirin ita sawo sanne kata nyin nene man sawo tambindu sawo sanna kata lahi dibale mu kuma ba kirinti ya kaminke silan fo wal kana manyan ne fa kala walon na ba ni ma talata o man bayino ban ko do be sakala min bita fo million jelu amene yuru la nyin siloka ikata mili walin wol doli bi jebe la wala kan pitano fa ko pitante ya ile jara la
fate rajibe ye ko be fawde seno bundala million keme saying feng aramboro ye ko men diala wala siara seno fawde seno bunda ana mo han billion kini aussi
bari ko min fawdi taw seno bundala senelal la kawata wojela
ha wolonde
alita senelal di mare be wojela gambia ton kon nano be senela kilinta taraje ni ba fole ko man sakunda tarakito wala sanga ya bintela
hani
senela kilinta taraje min sa foy ko min sama min tambita man sakunda en teso jambandi boto tannela because birimbe senola minister min martana seno gundale nata tama wala yenna do ko jela e kontanne ye nyin nga senanga plendine nyin nga plendina ye nyin na ba nyama bin ka sen banku dol kan senela bali ka jela man sakunda pour kendo gondi nan banku dol to ya ni la pour fane o kunu o banko kan ngaji be o trobe kala mun tur si palet fabe kala pour to mi yalon ko birim man nyam ban foti yalem min be kala tur tari ngoti min sa konko bono banko bari man sakunda kata tro di jumale ka jambandol di jumale ka masingol di jumale la mamira baro e falole sanjanga di ba di bunko
ha olande
so what's up on me from the Kodon Atala Asubu Kude Tala Tali. Ha Gambia me wole nyame ka kudele la ni alifa ni yolem. Comme ça ni so fasate to ko alikalo ni yo. Alimamo ni yo. Fempo ni yo. Ni fanika ke wole nyama agriculture ni yo. Minister of Education ni yo. Health Minister me marali na health la ni aka ke wole nyama be talabar fa ka futa wol tole bang. Aka futa senelal la leba bari mbe o senelal kili won lejela nim warona ta fota kay me kuru ta sakona ta banto lawo santoto
santoto fa mo problem la de santoto mo problem la de
tani tuje sila tuje ma den to lawo wo bakalar silo sainte ko ibe jelo ku kan because president kata bindi farmers tolla carte sailali borta o silo kan sanji jelu o silo kuma astapambe bimin kono ni wato kono le ko be je nyamo to fenke ka bayri president wala kana
fasen somna Gambia fo on te camera Gambia mutuma ndol fanambe mfalan kalan olonna ha
bari kana ni minister fanan jamili yalon ko be maralina gundale hakke baale be ni mol kun to wallahi yomal kiyame ni mol be kiti lalet bayri o silo ni yalon ko mol ye batami kewto motol ye boyol min kewto ko min do ronketa woto andu wolle baroke baroti bi Baraliali ya kaso la leo silo papar silo betinyaring ni motol bina motol wo sama kono motol buka hani ka silo pankan silo be santo la bala motol ka silo poto silo la kai ka
so barole kata ye sai wala ne be jede da kan
bina je garon alkal ka tawo nya moto di dal bi ala be kiti tele ni moru kemal ala be kiti tele ni moru kemal gambia ya miran tol fango andi ba jela wo barobe o takela ibeme tintila nang sa dol be suwe tabali dol funkula ibe tintila ye kombu yen ado siloka hani alfaado libil be sate to keba kotolu ise fintindi ye selen sareto kayene sindi baro nyaayi Gambia o kanya bala fana ni ku ya warta den to malo nyimban ko fa be fintila wati juma
fasen
banko fintindi no wolbe be ko di la banko la wolbe mita
banko la ko afra tembal to me alon ko jahalo warta because oppositional fanan nyanta nala together oppositional yana ye kafu nyokan nga baro singo kolobosi bari a jahalo warta fasen
Amira 2026 wallahi ali be ngadiya mu de ngamburo la nyokande ibinalale baro malo mun be kala barkarte ke soba jindilalde 2026
inshallah
se ku te dili bata warta nyim banko kanne Gambia moli be batar ne moli be kumbo kanne Gambia kule tije mi ya lonko
fasen ila mota ta kiti ola ledum mama jabi imo moy
moyle se ku se dili konto ikana jente munte nyim tuo unto ka jahalle de se ku se dili malo no abala fana ni ku ya waraba
iko mama jabi ko fatelom nyulla moroti ba malon ngonte he ba mama jabi fana
follow mira de mama jabi wo fotale ko mama jabi ko fata ta hewol la juludum ba
la hewol la
ngamo yikiti dula fare ko mama jabi ko nyi yatara la kordal to jululu kabe ma ko irinyinole alona bala fa warta bar nyiwo kany min mu toñati do alama alayo sabatindi fawante alatide mo kilintanta alati nyi useni bo janna taratale nyinniyolu kasara wallahi ala me kiti taylor barna ma kasara fa me koy ba dundilale alama ale kiti tay anyi wo kan kufin ku koy alale yalo bar ala wartale
bari yalo fa semrende jahali ite bita ibe kodo di la mola nyaadi le ka fo ko wole mo fala mo ta kitio fo ma start fo
ko pirina mo ko mama jabi ta ole tate dan ko kitio la ole diya mo tan ko mun titi ani la kitio ba tala fo mama jabi do
fazen bita wolo nyanda nyimbondi la sukura la nyimba nyana sila sukura de
no bar gambia kono kuka ke gambia gambia mo ba kundinne to bar jalba ku yate min fo wole mo ba kundim ba ku kono malem so mi le ba ko
no gambia la ko sometimes fazen ikadi amle di am fo jahali you know
gambia kono gambia imaje di fananga mo ko fo CDC selen fo jumale kibarol to ko ibe NPP la sai paretal NPP la ila do kulal ngamire la mol mil katara biro to male la mun mu be jole lon dile be malo nya bar se ko se dilia bala fa wartal
o kana wol fanan jokkodol la
ko be jole lon dile be ani malo to be kali to tabiro le fanan kala mala ani mun ko ni be jolo dile aki ko habari wo ko do NPP ni wolle fawo be wo bondile la jibo ko patio min ka o keno o UDP leti
UDP da mara itol mo barako soto
men moli jolale mi be na biro to be jolale on so keno wala mar NPP walla ni la ko do mo la hajite di mari banko ko do ye mo jola ko itata itane siri NPP la biro le to ika kono wondi man sakunda ikata ika o ari jola wallahi ya di mo la gambia musoli be ndam kalale te o fembo te mari bale ila dimbaya ali tetine do
no ba falte ni law manga sidi law manga tonya de ka longo ko do be bala barole bulo kono barodum fanan akaboni na ranke solito
intoli afa kibaro to nyami ko NPP molu fawo wol sanande o parti le tala patiyoy NPP ni wol fangale be o kono bondila ka woli jo
ba MPP dingol mun ko dile be wol bulo wo mun ko dile be wol bulo
momo ya domo billahi musolle be bulo la ngai alifa andu mo ndo ba fa ne momo salita na odua momo be NPP la birol to yakono dila wallahi ni NPP di wolle akodo kafunyo ma domo yela kaireti nyanga yela ha in alla kodo le barnabo tabankola ranke sole kono moli be kurandi buka boro sot siloli be tinyari min ka bolle je ka fa ko lokum manji so tan la pompol be sorondi
tonya
ye o bata be mol kan wolu na senelali boy ja woli be kungola iko nyina ndimman sakunda man da kendo joy be la tiel di la bana le hani mi man sakunda nyinin kala male ko tono ba hani bi me jaade ye wo ku bata be mol kan iko mol ka mili ka finti ka tasi because ni aje be o fola sai ni la biro buka mol so ko mo buka ta MPP
ha MPP ngol buka daje because wol ni ko di tije daje
malde yo ko ska nyo sen ni mo jama gere fayta amira nyumba tay mo kinema nyumba tay mo kinema mo burtu tole be Gambia bi mili be ka foko bari nganna carte di barola ke tambulu woti
ko nga musu dol video je kunun akate na ala dimbal be kato be nyunu mel la koral boy kan akate na ala dimbal be kato fay barole
jamale tawfo mo jamale ka fa nganna carte di barola ke tambulu woti e kaaje bi mol bi NPP birol sangoto doli yo sitole ka buniya janjibe mammo je saje dunje mol fangale kamalu silan kata asimo birol to wol famati buka mo le jeje wala ne ninjum plano finti tanan ko ha sai wonbe jole londila isaje ni wojo ko mo fota do mi be ko di birol la se muruna birol sai la birol be si selle kan dundula do to bari kate la do
Abaraka Patsen, abaraka. Thank you. Patsen ga yen pipi ngol barandi bage. Ako sa ila biro dol ye si sa wala ke la do. La baraka bage. Patsen. Ana Salibaji. Fenge adondi. Janin Jawara. Ite wonto wala ite be banta ba ko la Janin Jawara. Ana Salibaji ite fana nyanda banta ba ko la. Na mole Fanjay ate kanana rek I dundi rimbamba mama I disappear Fanjay mama kome but ala baraka bake ngana program ko faja fajen da call way call be wasala sai ga fajen da call way call be wasala ala baraka bake ala ma suto kay ro siala fo wati do ala baraka
munanin te bota maili tu ite beden kili jumale lala ni useni fata dami nte jukuna nyanta fala jele mandela do kuoke Gambia bebe jelila Gambia bebe se ore lume na mandela minada wolunta be pipeline birinda bo sanka julojita akonte nganta tube wolumolu bere kampata bari wolya mamari wolo woli ba mamari wolo ala be jinkela manso be jinkela ale konsajere keme se jamme nyoli be no ko njaay wolle fala sonko nyoli be
ya ala baraka bake mbare ngolo be programme ko wala janne fo dimanche longo inshallah ning jara is consortium mo bina la jam wala bina ka chala janne fo mega for raising memekla dimanche inshallah the 18th sorry 19th of November. Allah baraka bake, thank you for your time. Been 2 hours program exclusively in kachada budget wala kola gambela budget but talata lo fanam maybe likely talata lo Uncle Larry Sise will join me on Bantaba for extensive analysis to Gambia and budget. Na friend CD Keta, I mean somebody with a mood. CD Keta, Jaran Kola CD Keta. Alabarakabaki. Alama Sudo Kerosia, Thank you.